Hi everybody, it's Mr. Liu. We're doing page 63. Practice 3, subtraction with regrouping in ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Subtract, fill in the blank. So in this entire page, we're doing just one problem. And we're taking one problem and we're breaking it up into different steps. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and Step 4. Alright, so let's take this entire page and let's do this entire page together. Alright, let's look at our example. Step 1. So the first step when we do a problem like this is to subtract the ones. Now, we're going to subtract the ones, but we can't subtract 9 from 0. So 9 ones cannot be subtracted from 0 ones. We can't do 0 minus 9, so we need to regroup. So we group from the tens. We take one of these tens away, so 7 tens and 0 ones, which you had before, 7 tens and 0 ones. Well, we're going to change that to 6 tens, because we're going to take one of the tens away and bring that 10 over here. So we take one of the tens away and put the 10 over there. So that changes that to 6 tens and 10 ones. So then there we go. Now we can subtract. 10 minus 9 equals 1. Alright, so let's do step 2. And let's make sure we do step 1 again. So over here, what we did before is we regrouped 6 tens, 10 ones, then we subtracted 10 minus 9 equals 1. Alright, so step 2 is to subtract the tens, 6 minus 7. So we can't do that. 7 tens cannot be subtracted from 6 tens. 7 tens cannot be subtracted from 6 tens. 6 minus 7 can't do it. So I have to regroup from the hundreds. So 200, now we have 2 hundreds and 6 tens. Now that's going to change too, and when we regroup, we take one of the hundreds away, and we put that 100 over here. So 100 is 10 tens. So we make that as 16. So that means it's 100. We're regrouping 206 tens. Now gives me 116 tens. Alright, so now we can subtract. 16 minus 7. Well, 16 minus 7, that gives me just 9. Alright, now we go to step 3. So if we look at step 3, we're going to do step 1 and 2 right here, so we can move on to step 3. And again, the first thing we did, we subtracted our 1s. We can't do 0 minus 9, so we regroup from the 7, make that a 6. And regroup that 10, regroup 1 10 over here and put 10 right there. And then we subtracted our 1s. 10 minus 9 is 1. And again, for step 2, when we did up here, we can't do 6 minus 7, so we need to regroup from our hundreds. 200 becomes 100, and our tens now become 16, and 16 minus 7 equals 9. Okay, so now we're at step 3, subtract the hundreds. 300 cannot be subtracted from 100, because that's what we have now. We can't do 1 minus 3. So we need to regroup their hundreds and thousands. So here we go. 8,100. Now we need to regroup. Take my 1,000 away. Take 1,000 away. And 1,000 equals 10 hundredths. So take 1 away. Add the 10 over here. And if I'm adding the 10 over here, I get 7,000 and 11 hundredths. So 7,011 hundredths. Now we can subtract. 11 minus 3, well, that gives me 8. So 1100 minus 300 gives me 800. And then step 4 would be subtract the thousands. So again, we're going to do the whole thing over again. Subtracting the ones. Can't do 0 minus 9. Regroup from the tens. Take 1 away. Add the 10 here. 10 minus 9 is 1. Again, can't subtract 6 minus 7. Take from the hundreds, take 1 away. So if I take 1 away, that becomes a 1. And add the 10 over there, because 100 is 10 tens. So 16 minus 7 is 9. Okay? Now let's keep going. Can't take away 100 from 300, so take 1 away. Take 1,000 away. Add the 10 over here, because 1,000 is 10 hundredths. That's why we regroup. And now we can take it away. 11 minus 3 is 8. And then here we go. Step 4, subtract the thousands. 7 minus 1 is 6, or 7,000 minus 1,000 equals 6,000. So my final answer is 6,891. Alright, so we did the entire page 63. 64 is the same exact problem, so you guys can do 64 by yourself. If you have a hard time with this, review or look at the video for this again and rewind and watch how I did this entire page again so that you can do page 64. Okay? Alright, get started. Good luck.